Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 5. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And I'm going to repeat that. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. We all make plans for ourselves, and we all have dreams, and we all have goals. But if we bring all those dreams and those goals to God, he will make a way. Especially if it lines up with his will that he has and his plan for you. Too many people take it upon themselves to believe that, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I just know that that is what God has planned for me. And I don't know how you know that, unless God came down and told you himself, which he very well could have. But see, too many people are mistaken. They think a lot of times the things that they have planned is what God has planned from them. And so the way you can tell that it wasn't God's plan for you is when you go ahead and do these things and things just keep happening. They're just not working out, just not going to plan. Just keep failing. Because that wasn't God's plan, so he's waiting for you to align your plans, your dreams, and your desires with him. Because it says in scriptures more than once that if you align your will with his will, how abundantly your life will be. Now, a lot of people like to say that every time it speaks the word abundantly, all speaks of money, but that is not what abundantly refers to. That is the greed of this world. That is your flesh just wanting to always make things about money. But abundantly means plenty of things that you need. For God knows what you need. He knows you need shelter. He knows you need food. He knows you need all this and that. And so he's going to make sure that you have it abundantly. So where you don't have to never worry. And that includes not just for yourself, but for your family as well. And so that's what it means in the scripture when God speaks about he's going to give it to you abundantly. So you don't have to stress and you do not have to worry. When you align your life up with what God has already had planned for you, things will run smoothly, beautifully, and everything that you need to have in life will be given to you abundantly. You can have comfort in knowing that. The best way to make sure that the things that you go to do is to go to God. Go to him in prayer. Pray on it. Fast on it. God, is this what you have for me? Let me know. He will speak to you. And when you fast, make sure you're in that word, because God speaks to you in this word. Open the book. Let him talk to you. Be still and be quiet. Let him come to you. But he will tell you. For any and all things. A lot of people say you don't need to go and pray to God because I want to purchase this car. Maybe you should. You should. He wants you to come to him for all things. For you don't know if you're going to that dealership and he's going to rob you. Giving you a bad deal. But if you would have come to God and talked to him about that purchase before you did it, he could have probably told you, no, this isn't for you. I got something better for you. Don't deal with him. The second house I had purchased when I moved to Texas, man, the inspecting people actually worked for the realtor people, and boy, did I get robbed on that. there were so many problems and things wrong with the house, and I thought everything was okay because I even had an inspector go out and he's like turned everything okay. Little did I know that they worked together just to get that house sold because that house had plumbing issues that was impossible, and I never had correct plumbing in that day, and the air units didn't even work. One did, the other didn't. So when you walked in, you thought you could hear the air going, you could feel it, but the one upstairs didn't work. I was scammed, and it was a brand new house too. It was only a year and a half old. So I think, well, what could possibly pass the inspection? What could possibly be wrong with this house? And then when I found out all these problems, I went to call the builder, and they said, well, sorry, ma'am, it belongs to you. You have to do it because it's been past a year. Now it is a you problem. And that's why the people who brought that house turned around. I mean, you couldn't even, the doors, you didn't even think about it because when you be walking through, they open it for you one at a time. But they had placed them all on the wrong side that you, every time you open up one, if this one was open, the doors was jammed. It was just ridiculous amount of stuff, many issues wrong with that house. And if I would have came to God, and if I would have waited on the Lord, He would have told me, do not buy this house. It was a trap. And so I was stuck with a house that had many, many problems for a brand new house. So make sure that if you're going to do something very important in your life, even big purchases, a move, jobs, a spouse, take it to God. Wait on Him. Let Him show you what He has for you. Let Him give you what He has set for you. Because everything that He has for us is way better than we can imagine for ourselves. Take it to God. Give it to Him. And He will show you great things. He will show you. And trust me, it'll be much better than when you can even imagine, you could ever dreamed of. And it will come to pass, and it will work for your good and for God's glory.